Welcome to the one box method tutorial with Go2lister. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to use the one box method with Go2lister. And the benefit of doing this, you don't have to worry about box contents, so you save time and money not having to touch the book twice. Our goal here is to only touch the book one time, because every time we have to touch the book, whether it's you or your employees, that is time wasted. And if you're paying somebody to do this, that is money wasted, and that is why I recommend the one box method. Originally, this was taught to me by my mentor, Caleb Roth, and I've developed my own software that has some pretty cool features, Go2lister, which we will go over today. But before we get started, let's talk about the supplies you need, the supplies that I recommend. Sometimes I go with the cheapest option for supplies. Where it matters, I will tell you the more expensive options where quality really matters over the price. It's going to help you out in the long run. So first, we're going to have our Rollo nice scanner. This is simply 20 bucks on Amazon. Very, very cheap. Another cheap option, but yet quality, is the Accu-Tek scale. This is going to be really good to have because we're going to be able to weigh the box and see the box at the same time. We'll be able to see the weight of the box, unlike using a bathroom scale where you have to pick it up, weigh the box, go back and forth. It's kind of a pain. We also have the Rollo printer here. This is going to be quite an investment. It is $200. But trust me guys, it will pay off. And the reason why it will pay off is, number one, it's compatible with UPS labels, whereas the Dymo printers are not compatible with UPS labels. From my experience with them, it has been such a pain. So many labels are wasted. Generally, this is less maintenance, less troubleshooting than the Dymo printer. So I highly recommend investing in the Rollo printer. All the supplies is going to be linked below. Another cheap option that we're going with is these labels here, which I actually used to use a Dymo. You see this is a Dymo here. I'm going to return this tomorrow. This Dymo printer was not compatible with the labels that I used to use for Dymo. Dymo upgraded their software to make their printer not compatible with certain labels. So these are the labels I've always recommended. You can buy these labels below. These labels are compatible with the Rollo printer. You could also purchase the 2x1 labels for the Rollo printer, but I am currently using the 3034. As you can see, they do print fine with our software. So you will need the Rollo printer, the labels, everything's below. You'll also need shipping labels. Rollo provides these for free, but also if you guys just set up a UPS account, you can also get the labels 100% free from there. And you never have to pay for ink with this printer. This is a thermal printer, so ink can be really expensive. With a thermal printer, you never have to pay for ink. You're also gonna want newspaper or packing paper. You can even use old Amazon packages, but you will need some type of packing paper. Do not neglect this, because at the end I'm going to show you guys how to actually pack the box. You can do all this hard work, you can buy all the supplies, you can do everything correctly, but if you pack the box wrong, the items can be misplaced on the way to Amazon. Trust me guys, whether you're using FedEx, UPS, USPS to ship, all these companies at times are handling your packages rough. So please be sure to watch this video until the end and watch me show you exactly how to pack a box. So if you guys are using the Rollo printer and you need to connect this, go ahead and watch the video below where I break down how to connect the Rollo printer to Go2lister. And in this video, we're actually going to dive in and show you how to use Go2lister. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need to do when doing the one box method when you're in Go2lister is make sure your account is connected. You can simply go to connection, make sure your account is 100% connected to Amazon, and you will be good to go. The second thing is make sure that if you are using a thermal printer, whatever thermal printer you're using, you've selected it in the settings. So in this case, we're going to go with the Rollo printer. The label type is going to be 30334. It says Dymo, but it's compatible with Rollo as well. Again, I have a full video breaking down how to connect your Rollo printer to Go2lister, and we're going to test a label here, and we're good to go. As you can see, it's there. I'm not going to break down the specifics of how to set that up because it is covered in the video below. Go ahead and save those settings, and we are going to go to dashboard. We're going to click on create batch, and for fulfillment type, we are going to select fulfillment by Amazon. Now, if you do decide to do merchant fulfilled, we're also compatible. We do print merchant fulfilled tickets. If you do choose to use the labels, which are pretty cheap, to print your MF tickets, you could do merchant fulfilled as well. But in this video, we will do FBA, as we are showing how to create an FBA shipment. Batch name, I like to name this the date. So currently it's January 6th, 2023. Select the shipping address below if you need to. Go ahead and add a new address there. Then we're going to, under pricing rules, we're going to go ahead and select smart pricing. I highly recommend using smart pricing because the way smart pricing works is if a book sells often, if it sells very frequently, we're going to price that book at a higher price so you make more profit. And if the book doesn't sell that much, we're actually just going to match buy box for you. So instead of just matching buy box, we help you make a little bit more profit by pricing higher when possible. This software is also going to notify you whenever there are items that have few FBA offers, and I'll explain more about that later, but basically we let you know when there's opportunities for you to make more money. You can also put who this is listed by. Currently we have my mom and myself, so you can select your name and then click on create batch, and we're good to go. So now here we are on this page. We're gonna make sure that our Go2lister scanner is connected to the computer, and we're gonna select this scan box here. Now from top to bottom, I've made this very simple for you guys. We have the condition that you can select. From left to right, we have new, like new, very good, good, and acceptable. And you can easily toggle between these simply by clicking on these. If you do have to list a collectible condition, you can simply click on more and it will show you collectible options. Before you scan anything, it will not let you scan unless you enter a source. So we got these from McKay's bookstore. If you got them from Goodwill, you can put Goodwill. We do require this field because this is very important to track your metrics. At the end of the year, when you look at how much profit you made, you got to know where that profit came from. So I am forcing you guys to track your source. If you guys, for whatever reason, don't want to use this, you can just put like a dash in there. But I do recommend to track your buy cost and your source. We also have the buy cost. And so the buy cost of this book is 75 cents. So we would just enter 0.75 here. And then for condition description, it'll save anything you enter here. So we went ahead and just put a very generic description here. We could change this if we wanted to, but this is basically what I use for all my books. 100% satisfaction guaranteed, ships directly from Amazon. I don't think people really pay attention to that. I'm a big believer in the buy box, so I don't think that sellers are going through reading the description. If they happen to, they're going to see a good message. 100% satisfaction guaranteed, ships directly from Amazon. Now, if you wanted to, you could be more specific. I will be specific on certain books. For example, if it is a signed copy, I will put signed copy. If it is an X library book, I will put X library. I use very simple condition notes, and that's really it. But for the most case, I do use this generic condition note there. Listed by is automatically going to be filled in who's listing the book. And then we're going to turn auto print on because we want it to print the labels immediately. And if for whatever reason you want to list restricted products, you can uncheck this, but we are going to allow the software to notify us when products are restricted, and the software is not going to allow you to list any restricted books. That way you don't ship your books to Amazon and then have to pay to have them removed. But again, for whatever reason, if you know you're about to get ungated, you can go ahead and unselect that. We do have additional settings here for other things. You can set condition notes. You can mess around with the SKU. The SKUs automatically, you're going to see our SKU in a second. We've already built this in. We've kind of done a lot of the thinking for you. The idea with this software is to make it easier for you. You know, I've been a bookseller for many years, sold over 3 million books, and I feel like I know the best way to do this. So if you guys don't like my methods, you can always change the options, but by default, the batches do have my favorite way of listing. So now what we're gonna do is look at the book, and if you are a stickler and you think that the condition of the book's really important, then what we can do here is we can change this to very good. And we are going to scan the book here. It's going to require me to enter the source. If you ever exit the batch, it's not going to save your source data, so just know that. We may build that feature in the future, but really not that important right now. It is going to take some time to queue up, and I'll show you some cool technology we've built to combat that. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to show you how to properly label a book before we dive into all the perks of this software. So we're just going to take this label here, and Amazon Terms of Service states that you need to cover up any existing barcodes. So you can see there's a barcode there. All I'm gonna do is cover that barcode up right there, just like that. You can see, and as you can see, this is a $7 profit book. It's currently being priced at $16.99. This automatically priced the book. Let's see what it priced the book at. You can just simply click on the picture of the book to open it up on Amazon. If you are a person that is very into pricing your books for as much profit as possible, I do recommend every once in a while opening up this page. Is going to be the most accurate page. Our software can pull certain prices, but at the end of the day, this will be the most accurate page here. And as you can see, this is buy boxing for $261. This is actually my friend selling this book, Dream Books Company. He is selling this for dirt cheap, and we are going to make a lot more profit than him. Why are we going to make more profit than him? Because our software was smart enough to price this at an FBA price. So our software looked up the prices and saw that there was an FBA offer at $16.99, which is, if you guys want to look at all the FBA offers, simply go here, click on Prime, and it's going to show us all the FBA offers. Now there's 2 FBA offers here, but if we look at the sales rank for this book, this has a very, very good sales rank. This is less than 100,000 sales rank. So this book sells very often. And if we were to scan this book with Scout IQ, it is going to compare the profit likely to $16.99 or higher. Isn't it frustrating when you're using Scout IQ, you scan a book and you go to list the book and the book is less profitable on whatever listing software you're using? Well, with Go2lister, what we've tried to accomplish is whatever you scan with Scout IQ, we have similar triggers to allow you to capture higher prices for faster selling books. So as you can see here, our software automatically priced this at the second highest FBA. So this is going to make you a lot more money. And this is one of my favorite features of the software. Our goal with this software is to help you and your business make more money and list your books faster. So back to how to list these books, make sure you have your scale, and we're going to zero this out. So as you can see, this tells us the weight of the box. And so we're just going to put this box on top of the scale here, and the box itself weighs 10 ounces. Now what we're going to do is actually put the book in the box, and you'll see that the weight goes to 1 pound. Now, the reason why I love listing this way is you can always see the weight of the box here. So what we're going to do is, as we scan books, we put them directly in the box so we can see the weight. We're going to make sure that we do not go over 50 pounds. Amazon Terms of Service states that you cannot send boxes over 50 pounds with multiple SKUs. So what we're going to do is get as close to 45, 49 pounds, somewhere in that range, and we're going to cut the shipment out. So 1 book is listed. Now that was a little slow, wouldn't you agree, to list 1 book. So I'm going to show you how we can list. We'll start with 3 books very quickly. So 1, 2, 3. I just scanned this 3 times. And as you see, it's prompting for me to select the book. We always go with the lowest sales rank. So you can see the sales rank here. It has me select between the 2. I'm going to select the lowest sales rank. So 1 label printed. We are restricted in that 2nd book. And so I have to scan this 3rd book now. My mom has a new account, and I'm listing these books on her account. So some of these books are restricted. Just know, as a new seller starting out, a lot of your books are going to be restricted. Again, we're going to cover up the barcode just like that. We are going to stick that in the box. So real quick, I do want to talk about a new feature we just added. It's called the error queue. So you'll notice whenever you scan a restricted book, so let's say biology 11th edition, this is a textbook that newer accounts can't sell. When you scan a restricted book, it adds it to the error queue. Likewise, when you scan a book that has multiple ASINs, you will hear this noise, and the number in the queue is going to keep going up. Now, all you have to do is open up this queue and address the different issues. If you do have a restricted book, you can simply click on apply here. It's a new feature we have as well, and it'll open up Amazon and allow you to apply.
And also, if you have a book with multiple ASINs, trying to find a book with multiple ASINs here. Okay, here's an example. So Fahrenheit 451 has several different titles. So you can just open this up and scroll through here and select the correct title. The reason why we added this feature is we want you to be able to scan fast. So you can scan as many books as you want, and any issues that you have on books are simply going to be added to this queue so you can address them. When you have a brand new account, you're going to have to apply for approval for almost every single book. So this is a super helpful feature, and it usually takes about 15 minutes in order to get approved. So all you need to do is wait for approval, and then you'll be able to relist the book.
Okay, so this is generally how I like to operate my workflow. I will stack 5-10 books at a time, just enough so I can see the barcode there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan these books, and this has been the fastest way that I've been able to find to list books. It really works efficiently if you have two people. One person can stack up the books and the other person can pass them to you. But remember, my mom has a new account and a lot of her books are going to be restricted. So we probably will have to do this a little slower than usual. Usually when we have a big batch of books like this, we add the buy cost together. And I know the buy cost for her books are on average $3.50. So if you want to be extremely accurate with listing your books, then go ahead and change the buy cost for each book, whatever you paid for it. But that is very time consuming. So what I recommend doing is if you paid $50 for 5 books, then your average buy cost is $10 per book. So just put $10, and then when the batch is complete, the buy cost and the profit as a whole is accurate. So we've entered the source, the buy cost again, and we are ready to rock and roll. So we'll scan that, scan 2. Now the beauty of this software is we can scan 2 and Amazon is still processing. So that's why I programmed the software this way, so you guys can scan as fast as you want and the software will continue to do its thing. So it's just going to queue all these up and allow you to scan through. Now occasionally it will have you select between 2 books. Never go with the book with a sales rank of 0, but otherwise I always go with the book with the lowest sales rank. Lower sales rank sells more often. I don't care too much about the price. And so our rule is we always go with the lower sales rank. However, a sales rank of 0 means that it has never sold ever. And now I have labels for all these books. So now it is simply time to label them. So I scanned it 6 times, so I'm waiting for 6 labels to come out. I see that one of the books was restricted, so we only have 5 labels. So one of these books is restricted, so I know that these labels are not going to match up 100%. So now what I'm going to do is label this book. So the benefit of this software is even if Amazon decides to go slow, you can still scan all your books in and it'll print all the labels at once. Okay, so this is the one restricted book. I can see. I can no puedo. We cannot list that book. We are now at 27 pounds. Let's see why this book did not get listed. Control F search for he's a stud, and it is going to pull up different options. So as you can see, this is an exact match here. So we will select that. Oh, we got our first little jam here, but we fixed it. If you ever have printer jams, you want to avoid any stickiness. Never pull labels back out. Just to be safe, I would open it up like that and remove the labels. You don't want stickiness existing in here. And then we're going to make it nice and easy for the Rollo. Cut that off and just restart it. So usually I use a Sharpie for this, but see how it says 75 cents there? Again, not a big deal, but we're going to mark that out. The pen doesn't do a very good job. I like to avoid peeling stickers because it's more work, but in this case, I don't want my mom to get a bad review for that book, so I'm going to remove that, and we are good to go on this. Now the scale just shut off, and so list faster than I do.
So now we're gonna have to pick this up. If anyone knows how to keep this scale on, let me know. Drop a comment below. Put this back on. 28 pounds total. So now we're gonna go on Seller Central and finish out this shipment. So as you can see, these books are packed nice and taut. I like to put the edge of the book towards the edge of the box. You don't want to have the pages going this way. So we should actually turn these around here. Practice what I preach. Play a little Tetris. Get these in there nice. Now there is a lot of airspace here. So whenever you do have airspace, that is when you want to fill it up. So I found some bubble wrap there, and I still want a little bit more. Oh, boom, we got some newspaper. Newspaper's perfect. Start collecting newspaper just for this reason. Put that in there. I'm gonna peel this sticker off so she doesn't get a complaint. Again, we usually just put a Sharpie over it, but don't currently have one. So we'll take that off there. And we want absolutely zero airspace. Any airspace at all is going to result in packages, opening up, getting damaged. This is a box that's right at the limit of what we can pack it to.
Okay, so when it comes to taping the box, we've already ensured that there's no airspace. So now what we're gonna do is, it's really important to go about halfway down the box on, no matter how tall your box is, go about halfway down. And we are going to make sure that this is nice and tight, like that. I've already put one across, don't put two across for good measure. You cannot overdo it with taping a box. Trust me, guys. Amazon, the carriers, all these people who are touching your boxes, high chance your box will open up if you don't pack it. So be sure, don't take this lightly. Get two strips across the top, two here. Again, I put tape and supplies below that I found to be the cheapest. If anyone has cheaper options, please comment below with the link on Amazon, and I will share it with everyone. It's also important to note, I didn't realize this for years, with this tape gun that I recommend, I'll include the tape gun below. You can toggle this, and if you don't toggle this correctly, it can come out really weird. So there's gonna be a sweet spot where you don't even have to really touch it. You can just go, and you want tension, but you don't want too much, you don't want too little. And during winter months, or if you live in a wet area, unless you're out in the desert, you probably don't have to do this, but get a piece of tape, and we are gonna cover up the edges of these, and this is going to waterproof the box. Again, big shout out to the book flipper, Caleb Roth, who's actually no longer the book flipper. Congratulations, he sold Scout IQ and his brand, but he taught me, he mentored me when it came to selling books. He taught me a lot of this. That's a strategy that I just learned over the years. If you overdo it here by accident, if you overshoot, you can simply use a tape gun to cut that part. Guys, this is gonna save you so much money over the years, just not having Amazon and the carriers lose your books. No water damage books, customer complaints. To be really safe, do it on these sides.
Guys, before you start packing the box, I made the mistake in this video. It's an easy mistake to make, and it's gonna be very frustrating if you guys make this mistake too. Before you pack the box up, I know we loaded all the books in the box, but before you do any effort making sure the books fit perfectly, taping the box, any of that stuff, please click on send batch. Remember, we're only doing this after we get close to 45 to 49 pounds. We want to stay under 50 pounds. I unfortunately was only able to get to 28, 29 pounds on this box, but the box is full. This is a box that I had from Amazon and I wanted to use it. Unfortunately, we're only going to be able to fill this box up to 30 pounds. So we probably will pay a little bit more in shipping, but before you do anything, you want to close out the batch. So
So at this stage, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down and we're gonna look at all these books here and see if anything looks fishy. I'm looking at the price, I'm looking at the sales rank, I'm looking at my profit, and any profit that's really low, I'm gonna investigate. This says 70 cents profit, but this actually has closer to $3 profit because we averaged the buy cost at $3.50. But I know for this book, it was only a 75 cents buy cost, so we're still profitable there. Now this is fishy, we're losing 43 cents. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. So I'm just gonna open it up on Amazon and do a little investigation. This is selling used for $9.77 prime. So we probably can't sell it for too much more. But remember guys, we're still getting a $3 payout. And I think this book costs 75 cents. So we're making, $2 profit, $2.25 profit. Turning 75 cents into $2.25 profit is great. Here's another negative profit. Red flag says the price is $10. I'm just gonna be sure this is priced correctly. So again, I'm just gonna click on this picture here. I'm gonna see what's going on Amazon. The new price is $40. The used buy box is $10. This is an opportunity to price higher because the used buy box is $10, but the side buy box has all these sellers at a higher price. We have $38, $40 here. So find any books is $40.64. The new price is $40.63. I'm gonna come in here right at 38 bucks. I'm still going to be less than the new offer, but that's why it's important to check your prices before sending them in. That's going to update our profit to 21, $3 profit here, $72 profit here, $12 profit here, $14 profit there. So we're going to notify you when there are 0 or few FBA offers. This purple text will appear. I highly recommend whenever you see this purple text, investigate the book more. We're going to open it up and see what the prime offers look like. So again, we have this open. The used buy box is $3.58, but there are no prime offers. We know there's no prime offers because it looks like there's only one seller. There's no option for other sellers for other offers. So what we're going to do for this book is we can basically price it at whatever we want to. We're going to be a little greedy with this and we will price this at, let's look at the Keepa real quick. I recommend learning how to read Keepa graphs. This book sold back in the day for 35 bucks, so we probably shouldn't get too greedy. I think $43 is what it was priced at. This is a good price. We're just going to keep it there. Our software automatically will price it 20% above the lowest offer if there's no prime offers. So our software automatically prices higher for you. But again, I do recommend looking into these books that do have the purple on them and pricing a bit higher. So now we're going to click on send batch to Amazon, and it is going to show us how many split shipments there are. And so there are no split shipments, so we're good to go. So we're going to click on accept shipments. If there are split shipments, you will have to remove the books that are being sent to other warehouses, and you have to prep the shipments in 2 different boxes. The reason why I love the 1 box method is we have all the items in this box. We don't have to provide box contents, and we're completely done with it. We don't have to touch those books a second time. So now we're going to click on accept shipments. Currently, I'm getting this error here. I think this is because I'm out of restock limits on this account. But now we're going to head over to Seller Central and finish this up. Okay, so now we're over at Seller Central. Where we're going to go is the top left corner again, and we are going to click on those 3 lines. We are going to go to inventory, shipments, and the shipment should appear here, even if that error message which occurred happens. This is my mother's account, and as you can see, this was connected to Go2lister. So what I said earlier about my account wasn't true. It's her account connected to this. She does not have restock limit issues. So what we're going to do is click on work on shipment. If you guys see this message, click on try to send to Amazon. If you're watching this after March, then you're automatically going to see what I'm about to see. So we're going to click on pack individual units here, and it's going to say start packing. But because we have everything in 1 box, we are going to enter the box weight here. We should not have to pay anything extra, so don't accept these 15-cent fees. The weight of our box is 28 pounds. The count of the boxes is 1. It is trying to charge us $5.25. So as you see, I had to select the Excel option. This new workflow for Amazon is kind of weird, but we want to get to this page here where it says how many boxes will these units fit into. We're going to select everything in one box and then confirm. I always just enter 12 by 16 by 12, and I've never had issues. Usually my boxes are around that size. The box weight is 28 pounds, so we'll select that. It says box weight does not meet expected minimum. The reason why this is appearing is I accidentally scanned some books twice. I'm going to go back and edit the batch, but I've already packed this up, and for the purpose of this video, we're going to keep going. So we'll click on confirm and continue. The ship date is likely going to be tomorrow. I'll take this to UPS. You can see the shipping's not bad, $8, but that's also not that great. We're paying $8.79 for 28 pounds, which comes out to 31 cents a pound. We like to see around 20 cents a pound, and you'll get closer to 20 cents a pound if you get closer to 50 pounds per box. So make an effort to get your boxes as close to 50 pounds as possible. I recommend, I'll also link these boxes below. They're 12 by 16 by 12. Home Depot and U-Haul both carry them. I'll link those below. So I do recommend using those boxes because they'll allow you to get closer to 50 pounds. So now we're going to click on accept charges and confirm shipping. And then it's going to give us the option for thermal printing, which is perfect for our Rollo printer. So now we're going to take these Rollo labels. We are going to open this Rollo printer up, move those tongs to the side. This is the biggest mistake I made starting out. This side faces down. That's one mistake I made. Another mistake I made was not putting these tongs close together. So we do want these tongs to be really close. Boom. And then we're simply going to feed it in. And it automatically grabs it. There we go. If done correctly, it'll do just like that, and it'll back up. For now, I'm just putting these behind. I actually purchased a holder for this, so in the next few days I will have that. But all you gotta do is click on print, make sure the label sizes are good with your printer, and it's gonna print 2 labels. Go ahead and select your Rollo printer for paper size. So I'm gonna try to print this and see what happens. Boom, we're good. Just like that. So now you're gonna have these 2 labels here. One is for Amazon. This label here is for Amazon, and this label here is for UPS. So when it comes to labeling the box, the only thing you really need to make sure that you don't forget is don't put the label in the very middle of the box. That is not good. Amazon's going to cut it open. The barcode's going to be cut in half, and there's a chance that Amazon's not able to scan your barcode, and that is not good news. So we're gonna put it on the side, and we're going to cover up any existing barcodes. So you can see there's 2 barcodes on the box. That one looks more problematic because it's from a third party. So we're going to cover that one up, and we would just get a Sharpie and go diagonally through any other barcodes. And that's going to prevent either Amazon or UPS from scanning the wrong barcode. So that is officially how you do the one box listing method with Go2lister. If you guys have any questions, comments, whatever, go ahead and comment below or reach out to me at support@go2lister.com and we will help you out. Much love. Thank you.